Hey guys, how's it going? It's Michael here, and making another video. And this one is gonna be more of like I don't want to say serious, but it's gonna be about my own experiences. I'm gonna talk a little bit about why I left Canada, basically. And sorry guys, I have to keep this mask on. They're kind of strict about it here still. So bear with me. I have this little Japanese bridge over there in the background, kind of cool. It's kind of like a little Zen garden area over here in the park next to my house. So yeah, let's talk about it. Why did I leave Canada? Good question to know. Where do I begin? So, I mean, to kind of put it briefly, my lifestyle in Canada was not the best. It was not the healthiest. Yeah, that's basically it. Like I was basically not really satisfied with my life in Canada, with the way things were going, and I decided that I needed a change in my life. So yeah, to be more specific, one of the things that I didn't like about my life in Canada was the fact that I was smoking weed like every day, basically. Marijuana, cannabis, whatever you want to call it. I was smoking it quite often, almost every day, and it was having a toll on my energy, my motivation. Yeah, I just didn't feel very like energetic a lot of the time, and yeah, it just started affecting my health and my mental health. I don't want to get too deep into it. I could talk about that in another video, maybe, about like marijuana addiction, I guess, because I could say that I was kind of addicted to marijuana. So yeah, if you guys want to watch a video about that, I can make a video about that. So that was one of the things. I was smoking weed too often, and it was just really hard to stop because, in case you guys didn't know, weed is actually legalized in Canada, and dispensaries is what we call them. Cannabis dispensaries were everywhere, and actually for the past 6 to 8 months, I think for the past like 8 months, I was actually working at one of those dispensaries. And so all of my co-workers were smoking every day. We had a bunch of new products all the time, really good stuff that I wanted to try out. And to be honest, I enjoyed it. It was a good time smoking weed. But yeah, it was just too much of like a daily thing. I took a lot of breaks, but then I would go back to it, and every time I got back to it, it would be hard to stop again. Yeah, so I wouldn't have as much energy at the gym as well. Whatever, I was smoking too much weed. That's the moral of that story there. And other than that, my quality of life was not the best either in Toronto. So I was living in downtown Toronto, and if you guys don't know, the rent is actually quite expensive in downtown Toronto. I was paying about $850 a month for my accommodation, and all it was like this little sliver of a room. It wasn't an actual bedroom either. It was just a living room that had been converted into 2 bedrooms. They didn't even give me the full living room. They just gave me half of the living room. So it was like living in a small closet, basically. It was really small. The walls were not real walls. It was kind of just like partitions. And so there was not much privacy. The person on the other side of the living room, excuse me, we could hear each other all the time, the smallest noises. My bed was so creaky that any little movement I made on my bed, the person next to me would be able to hear like every little movement because my bed would be creaking, and it was just, there was no privacy, and I don't know, man, it was awful. I did not like it at all. And so there were 4 of us living in that 2-bedroom apartment, and I was paying $850 a month, which was almost, it was about half my salary at the time, a little bit less than half my salary, but it was expensive for no privacy, no space. It was just uncomfortable. And another thing that I didn't like about my life in Toronto was everything else was expensive in Toronto. Like, going out for lunch would be like $15. Keep in mind, these are Canadian dollars. It's American is about 25% less. Yeah, so food was expensive. I was paying like $15 to go out, $10 to $15 for a meal. And so if you guys remember that video that I made when I moved into Toronto, I was in Toronto for like 6 months, and I actually ended up losing money there. I didn't save anything. I actually lost a good amount of my savings from living there because it was so expensive, even though I was working almost full time. Yeah, and I wasn't eating healthy either. All the food I was eating was like not good. It was like junk food. I was cooking once in a while, but I'm not a big fan of cooking, so I didn't want to do that. So, I mean, yeah, those are some of the reasons, I guess, why I ended up leaving Canada. Too much weed was just destroying my energy and my motivation. Rent was expensive as fuck. Food was expensive. I was losing money. And I don't know, my life was just not very satisfying there. I was pretty depressed, to be honest. Like when I was in Toronto, I was quite depressed, and that might have had to do with the weed as well. You know, smoke weed when you're depressed, or you're depressed because you smoke weed. It's like this loop, right? And yeah, it was bad. Yeah, dating was awful there because of how shitty my life was going, obviously. When your life is not going well, dating obviously doesn't go well either. Yeah. And I mean, COVID was also kind of a big deal back then too, so that might have had a bit to do with why things kind of sucked. But yeah, I mean, I'm here in Vietnam now, and I've been very busy with work, but my routine has kind of given me a lot of energy. I found I haven't smoked weed. I don't plan on smoking weed here either. It's been like 2 weeks, I guess, since I've smoked weed, and I still kind of feel like I'm getting over like withdrawals or like after effects of smoking. Like my energy is slowly coming back. I still feel a little bit of brain fog, which has been slowly clearing. Like my brain feels kind of like a little bit like cloudy. Yeah, I think it's gonna take a little while to get over that, but yeah, I'm getting better. I definitely feel a lot more energetic here, a lot more like satisfied with my daily routines. I'm getting up every day like 5:36, and yeah, I don't know, I can't complain. Working hard is really good for you. Yeah, it's really good for you. It's good to have a routine. And yeah, I feel really grateful for having been able to come here and to kind of like start over. And what I really wanted when I came here was to have a chance to just like focus on working, basically. Just focus on working hard, my job, you know, exercise. Hopefully YouTube will be a nice hobby for me as well. If you guys like my videos, I enjoy making videos. I feel very relaxed. I know it's kind of disorganized the way I'm talking right now, and I think that's just because I'm not really that used to making videos. I haven't been doing it for a while. Yeah, so I'm just grateful to be here. Yeah, but that's it, guys. I don't know what else to say here. That's why I left Canada, you know. If you guys have any questions, let me know. If you like the video, feel free to subscribe and hit the like button. That would help me out as well. I'm trying to sort of get things rolling with the channel again. Back in Japan, I made a few videos, but the social anxiety fucked me up big time. I felt very like self-conscious recording there. So that ended up being like a big block for me, but I don't know, I'm feeling a lot more comfortable these days. So yeah, feel free to subscribe, like, dislike if you don't like the video. Obviously, you can comment below if you don't like the way I talk, if you don't like my depressing attitude, I guess. I don't know, I'm just joking. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. If there's anything you want to see, you could comment below as well. And yeah, I'll talk to you guys soon. Peace.